A pharmaceutical reckoning. The author of a new book investigating an opioid startup joins us to discuss what he found in the course of his reporting. Joining us now is the author of the new book, The Hard Sell. Evan Hughes is joining me now. Evan, thanks so much for coming on.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
I have to say, I could not put this book down when I was reading it. It is about this opioid startup that kind of, in my view, makes Purdue Pharma look pretty tame. Can you tell us what you found?
Yeah, this is a story about the dramatic rise and fall of an opioid startup. Comes along later than Purdue Pharma, but adopts many of the same tactics to market their opioid aggressively. And the opioid was even stronger than OxyContin by many times. It's fentanyl, which many people have heard about as an illicit street drug that's driving a lot of overdose deaths in the opioid crisis. And what I found was, in this case, there was a true accountability. There was a criminal trial of the top executives of this company. And the trial had the effect of really like opening a window onto how these drugs are marketed and sold during an epidemic.
What'd you find?
Really, I think, as patients, we're not necessarily aware of the incredibly aggressive ways that drug companies market to doctors and how they insinuate themselves into the lives of these doctors and in an attempt to influence their prescribing. So I think that will be really eye-opening to people. And what I found is an aggressive way of spreading addictive painkillers far beyond the uses they were meant for.
Do you think there's a reckoning in the pharmaceutical business right now, obviously with what you highlight in your book and Purdue Pharma, as we just mentioned, but also this Theranos verdict that we just got last week? Do you see this as part of that bigger ecosystem? And do you see this continuing?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, there's been a push in the Department of Justice that, the model we all know is that drug companies come under investigation for their marketing tactics or for alleged fraud, and which is routine, by the way. Almost every major drug company has come under investigation for these things, off-label marketing, et cetera. And what typically happens is investigation goes on for years and then it results in a settlement. And the company goes on, the executives go on having careers, and often when the settlement happens, the share price actually rises because investors are glad that that ordeal is over. But there has been a push to target individuals. After all, corporations don't make decisions, people make decisions. So, you could say the Theranos trial was of a piece with that they decided that they were going to go after the people. And, you can't settle. Her personal freedom was at stake, Elizabeth Holmes, as was John Kapoor's, the executive chair of the company that I'm writing about, Insys.
Okay, Evan Hughes, he's the author of the new book, The Hard Sell. It's on shelves next Tuesday, the 18th. Thanks so much for coming on.
Thank you.